Hey guys, welcome back. So in this video we will see how to read Excel in Selenium. Before we write any code, we have to make sure we have downloaded the Apache POI jar so that we can use this jar and we can use the classes inside it to read the Excel file. So let me go to the google.com and then we can download Apache POI. Okay, so it's Google and now I will go to Apache POI website, or I can give just download Apache POI. All right, so I can click on this to the download link, and in the download link, I can go to the source. I can go to the binary distribution, and I click on this one. And once I click on this one, I can click on the top link and it'll start downloading the Apache POI. So I have already done that, so I am not doing it right now. But first, you need to download this jar file. Once this get downloaded, what you have to do, you have to go to the properties and then you have to go Java build path. Under libraries, you have to click on add external jars. And once it get downloaded, let me just go here. Okay. You have to go into this folder which comes up when you download that zip file. So you have to select all these files from here. All right. And you have to go to this folder OOXML. You have to select all these files and you have to go to this lib folder and you have to select all these files. And again, you have to click on this button. So there is one more jar file. Let me go back to that. Okay. There is one more jar file which called common-compress minus 1.18. So I have seen in the latest version of POI, this file is not getting downloaded. So I have just searched for this file on Google and I have just downloaded it from some other resources. So always make sure when you are downloading Apache POI 4.0.0, also download this jar file additionally from Google. Otherwise, your program will not run. Okay. So for reading an Excel file in the Selenium, we have to give the interface workbook. All right. And then we can give any variable name. I can give my workbook. Okay. And we have to give a class which is called XSSF workbook. So I will give new XSSF workbook. All right. And this class take a file stream. So I will give new file stream, and here I can give semicolon at the end. I need to give a path of the Excel file which I need to read. Okay, so one of the Excel file is here, which is sample url.excel. Let me just open it. So in this Excel file, I have written certain URL. If you see, it's Google, Yahoo, and Amazon. All right, so let me just close this out. All right, and if I go to properties, you can see the path here from C drive. All right, and let me just copy this and I'm giving path here. Okay, and then I need to give the Excel file name. So I will do a right click. I will just copy this, rename. Okay, I can give directly. So it's sample. Okay, it's sample URL dot xlsx. Okay, and if you see, it's giving me certain error here. So we'll see what are the errors. It says I need to import the workbook interface. So I'm importing it, and then it says I need to import the XSS workbook. Okay, have imported that, and then it's not able to find the file stream. Okay, so its name is file input stream, but I have written it incorrectly. So let me just type input in between file stream. Okay, so I have done that, and now it says import file input stream. All right, so this has been done now, and now I just need to give the sheet. I have already loaded the workbook through this command. Now I just need to import the sheet. So I will give the interface sheet and then my sheet. Okay, and here I can give my workbook name, that is my workbook dot get sheet. So there are many methods if you see. Get sheet name, get sheet index. So I will use the index. So I want to read this sheet which is at index 0. So it also again giving me error for sheet. So I need to import this also. Okay. So I have imported sheet. So just with these two commands, with just two line of codes, I am able to read my sheet. Okay. So the first one is I have to declare a variable my workbook. Its type is an interface workbook, and I have to give a class called new XSF workbook, all right, which takes the input stream. So I have given the input stream to that, and then I have given a variable my sheet, which is of type interface sheet, and I have just used my workbook.get sheet at method, which returns me a sheet. So which I have stored that into this variable. Now, in order to read all the rows, I can just put a for loop here. For example, it's for int I equal to 0, I is less than. So I need to get the count of the rows, okay? Because let's say if my row are 3, I want to run the loop from 0 to 2. So I need to get the count of the rows in the sheet. So I can give here my sheet, okay, as capital my sheet dot, and then there is a method called get physical number of rows. All right, and I can give I plus plus. So once this is done, I can just read the column of that sheet. So I can give system dot out dot println, and here I can directly give my sheet dot. I need to get the row first, so I will give get row. All right, so this is the one get row, and instead of giving a constant value, I will give I, so that with the each loop my I value get changed and I move to the next row. Okay. So once I get that, I want to get the column. So I will say get cell, and here I can give column 0. Okay. And once I get that, I need to convert that into a string. So there's a method called get string cell value. All right. So now this command should be able to print the value of the row one by one. So let's run that. Okay. So if you see in the console, it has printed this, which is the URLs which is given in the sheet. All right. And if you want to see the detail, what you can do, first we can see the detail of workbook. I am pressing Control and hitting on the mouse key. So if you see, it says it is an interface. Okay, so workbook as an interface. All right, and if you go here XSF workbook, it says, let me go up, let me go down. Okay, so it says is XSF workbook. It is extending POI, but is implementing this workbook interface which we have seen earlier. Okay, so why we have a common interface? Because it might possible there are some Excel file whose extension are not X at the end, because they end with XLS and not X at the end. Okay, in those kinds of scenario, instead of using XSSF workbook, we have to use HXSF workbook. Okay, and I have that file also, I believe, with me. Let me just refresh it. I have just created that file. See, this is another file which is sample URL dot xls. There is no x at the end. Okay, so I can read that file also. So I am just changing my class name. Okay, I'm importing this HSSF workbook. I have not changed anything else. I have not changed the variable name or the interfaces. I have not changed the sheet, its method, and I have not changed the get row and get cell method. Everything remains the same. I have just changed here H, and I have just changed the extension. Now I would be able to read this file also. So upon your requirement, you have to choose which class you need to read. Okay, so if you see, it has read all the three rows. Okay, so this is the way you can read the Excel file into Selenium. In the next video, I will tell you how to write into the Excel file. All right, thank you for watching this video. Have a great day.